What is going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about how this one product made me 100. Didn't sell a solo cup. I'm just pulling your leg. All right. What we're going to be diving into today is exactly how you can find one product, drop ship that product, make $100,000. Super easy, super simple. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Throw a subscribe, much appreciated. Drop a comment below, and I'll see you inside of my computer. How to make and how I made $100,000 selling just one product online through drop shipping. Don't overthink this. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start with the basics, and we'll just uncover number one. So you want to look at what's already working. The first step is going to be find that product. And although you can make $100,000, which is one product, you need to test maybe a multiple products to see which one of those products is going to make you those six figures, right? You might not find that one product that's going to generate that much for you right off the bat. I mean, you might, but most likely you're going to have to find a winning product. And you can check my other video on how I find winning products all the time super easily. I'll link that down below. But basically, what you want to do is look at what other ads you're personally receiving. Look at ads on Facebook. And I go through these strategies in the Finding Winning Products video if you have not checked it out, really in depth. But essentially here, all you need to know is you're not reinventing the wheel. It's much easier to find a product that's already working and to find a product that solves a problem. It's much easier to sell a product that solves a problem for somebody than it is to sell a bracelet that 100 other people are selling. You know, it distinguishes, it makes your ad copy easier to make, it makes your site easier to make, it almost boils down your niche a little bit more as well. So the first and foremost step, and this is the most important step, because without actually finding a good winning product, even if you do absolutely every single other thing right, it's still just, you're not going to see results. So number two, create a cool site. A lot of people just throw some crap together and don't really focus on the site. They just think that, oh, they need a landing page for somebody to buy. No, you need to pretend and put yourself in your customer's shoes. I can't stress this enough. Go back on sites that you have personally ordered from. Look at your email. Look at the order numbers that you have been sent, that you have ordered offline, because we all have ordered something offline. Go to that site and model yours after theirs. What about that site made you buy it? What that site had to make you subconsciously feel comfortable entering your credit card details there. Make sure that this site is cool, it's professional looking, and it's something that you would personally buy off of. A lot of people don't do that. Another thing that I cannot stress enough: ad copy, ad copy, ad copy. Guys, throwing a product on a screen with a white background and saying that it's on sale is not inclining anybody to buy it. Nobody goes on Instagram and Facebook to buy things. It doesn't work that way. You need to actually create something that's engaging, something that gets people's attention, somebody that makes people click on a link interested in what you are showing them. It's the most important part. It's more important than targeting. It's more important than your actual site. It's more important than it. I don't want to say it's more important than finding a winning product, but it's right there, because if you don't have a good ad copy, you're nothing. When I tell you this, I know this through proof. Okay, some of my students have literally tried out a product. They will test that product, and then they stopped. It didn't work. And then a month later, they came back. They created a much better ad, something that is more personable, something that, really engages people, not just a picture of the product with a background saying it's on sale. And that product started generating $2,000, $3,000, even $4,000 per day for that particular student. And this has happened to many students, and myself included. You need a good advertising advert, okay? You're in the business of marketing. With dropshipping, you are a marketer. You're connecting buyers with people, with things that they would buy. If you can't do that, then you won't be able to generate even $1,000, never mind $100,000. So, I cannot stress this enough. Create something that you may have seen even on TV, maybe scrolling on Instagram, Facebook, something that would engage you. You have to think like a marketer for this part, and it's super important that you don't just throw something together and expect people to buy it, because no matter how much targeting you do, how many testing strategies you do, and we're going to get into that next, no matter what you do, if you don't have a good ad copy and advert, you're never going to go anywhere. So make sure that you're doing this. Okay. Begin to run a testing strategy with this really good advert, okay? Interest targeting, 5 to 10 ad sets. You don't need to blow a ton of money to see results. You could start with $5 a day on each ad and kill them within 24 hours, the ones that you can immediately tell off the bat that aren't working. You want to monitor your ads every day, not every hour. A lot of people launch their ads and then they sit back, they wait 2 hours, and they're like, oh, dude, it's getting $6, $1.20 link clicks. This is ridiculous. Yeah, the ad's been up for 2 hours. It's gonna level out. You have to look at it for 24 hours minimum. Measure the factors such as your click-through rate. See what the percentage of people that are seeing your ad are actually clicking on it. What this does is tells you if your advert is essentially effective. And then within 24 hours, you'll know which ad sets to kill, which interests aren't really resonating with the ad or product that you're using with those people categorized in that interests. Your cost per click, what I can tell you, is kill any ads over $1.50 after 24 hours. You're not moving anywhere with that. It's very expensive. I'm usually shooting for 25 cents, 50 cents a link click. $1.50 after 24 hours, most likely you're not going to go anywhere. Most important metrics to look at: return on ad spend and cost per purchase. Once you get through all the other stuff, these are the only ones that matter. Most importantly, your return on ad spend, because that's what you're actually making per buck you're putting into Facebook. Your cost per purchase. You want to make sure that cost per purchase isn't ridiculously high. At first, when you're first launching on cold audiences, your cost per purchase is going to be a bit more expensive. That's fine. Typically, what I have found is that after launching, ads for tons of different products, tons of different times, that cost per purchase can go down as much as 50% once you build that pixel once you build that data on your pixel. So think about that. If you're seeing, 5 purchases at $12 each, think, okay, so with a super seasoned pixel, I could potentially be seeing about $6 or $7 purchases. And that's not too far off. You can even see lower as time goes on, as you create more effective ads and as your pixel just builds more and more data. Super easy. Now, how do we get to 100K? We scale these. All right? We're scaling winners. We're killing the losers. It's a race. When you create a campaign, you're creating 10 ad sets. In my mind, those 10 ad sets are all against each other. They're all battling to stay alive. That's how I look at them. It makes it fun. It makes it like a game. All right? Slowly increase the budgets on the guys that are performing well for you. Duplicate the ad sets that are successful. So once you go through I usually like to say 3 days. Obviously within 24, 48 hours, you'll know which ones are just totally, just not working for you, and you'll delete those. So let's just say you get to 3 days and you have 7 different ad sets left. You're going to look at that. You're going to see, okay, this one has, 2 purchases on it. Let me duplicate that. Let me increase the budget just a little bit. You can't get an ad set, see that it has 2 purchases, and you're running it at $10 a day, and say, well, if I'm getting 2 purchases, if I got 2 purchases and I spend $20, $10 cost per purchase, that means if I increase my budget to $100, I'll get 10 purchases in a day. Bam, $100. No, you're just gonna lose money. Can't do that. You have to walk before you run. When you're starting, you're crawling. So slowly increase the budget, see how that reacts with Facebook. It's very tempting on really good winning ad sets to just duplicate it, and triple the budget, but don't do that. The most I would say is double at most. Analyze the data on the winning ad sets. Is there a segment within that ad set that performs exceptionally well? What do I mean? Example, if you have a winning ad set and you see that men aged 18 to 24, right? Men aged 18 to 24 in Australia are the bulk of your purchasers, you're going to create an ad with just that population, just men 18 to 26 or 27, whatever I said, in Australia. That's how you can really analyze if that segment is your buyers. Create an ad set with that segment. Very easy. So all you're going to do is then find the winning segment and create an ad set modeled after it. After that, obviously, my recommendation is to have 100 purchases or more in your pixel to create lookalike audiences from your purchasers. And one huge thing that not a lot of people talk about is that actually uploading your customer files, actually uploading the emails of your purchasers after 100, with my testing, has proved to be much more effective than just using the website traffic. Not sure why, because it is the same thing, but actually uploading the emails and the names for your lookalikes, for your custom audience of purchasers, and then running the lookalikes typically works better for me. Just to, I'm not sure how much this correlates, but I'm just saying, putting it out there. Start to retarget heavy. I can't explain. These are my retargeting ads are my best ads that I run. I mean, I'm seeing 10 return on ad spends on my retargeting ads. And it's not a coincidence because they consistently do that. It's really easy. Set up a retarget ad. For retargeting, do VC, view content, for the past 180 days or 30, or do 30 days usually. I mean, VC 30 days, add to cart but not purchased, do that 14 to 30 days. And then cross-sell. What a lot of people don't do is they always exclude their past purchasers. Run an ad at $5 a day to your past purchasers. Say thank you, right? Purchased in the last 30 days. Say thank you for your order. We like your trust. Hey, why not add on this? Upsell them. Your past purchasers, your current customers are like 8 times more likely to buy from you again. It's super crucial. This is easy money, guys. So retarget heavy once you start to see, purchases, you're seeing traffic. It'll definitely help you out. As your pixel moves forward, it's going to get smarter and smarter. And what you're going to find is that what's going to matter most is it goes back to the ad copy. It's not going to matter as much with your targeting once your pixel is super hyper targeted. It's just going to target them for you. So don't stress too much about that. What you should stress about is finding a winning product and making sick advertisements for that winning product, because that is what's going to make you $100,000 with just one product. I'll see you in the next video.